Hi everyone, and welcome back to FPL Fanatics. My name's Joel.
And my name's Alex.
And look at this.
Ooh. What are you doing here? What are you doing here?
We're in the same room today. It's magical.
It's lovely.
This is our team selection video for game week 5?
5, yeah.
I'm losing
correct.
count already. And we'll go over game week 4. As you can see on screen, my game week 4 team's already up now. Then there's a bit of a caveat because I've still got my captain to play. Big Harry Kane. We're recording this on a Sunday morning, so we're doing it before the Sunday games have been played. And is there one tomorrow as well? Is there a Monday game?
No, there's no games on tomorrow, but there's 2 games today. So Wolves and
There's 3 games today.
there's 3. Yeah, I keep forgetting Aston Villa and West Ham are on. It's just because we haven't got anybody.
We're not too bothered about it.
No.
For me, it's all riding on Harry Kane today.
Yeah, I've got Kieran Trippier still to play.
Oh yeah, of course. He plays against Wolves, doesn't he?
He plays against Wolves, so we'll see how it goes. But we can't give you final points for today, but we'll put them on our Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely. We've just had to record today purely because timing wise, because of the midweek fixtures coming up.
Yeah,
We
Tuesday.
just need we've got not much time to edit it, so we need to record it Sunday morning really. So apologies for that, but Harry Kane.
He could be a massive, massive difference breaker.
I need him to get a hat trick really to match Haaland.
And let's be honest, he definitely could. It just depends. It's away at Nottingham Forest, and with the first few games being at home for Forest, they're still on a high, from being promoted and stuff.
They've got a good fan base there.
Good fan base, so it could affect them. But having said that, Harry Kane's literally, for me, not really been involved. The last 2 games, have still got a goal each.
Well, that's it, right?
So.
I think this will be the game where Son breaks out, and I think he'll get a brace or something, which probably means Kane will get involved, hopefully, with some assists or anything.
Yeah.
But just to have a look back at my week so far, I've got 53 points. Average, probably, I'd say. But
yeah,
got my captain to play, so that's the big one. Because the big captain's blanked, right? Everyone went Salah. And it 9-0, and Salah didn't get a goal or assist. That's insane. That's unheard of, isn't it? It doesn't make any sense to me.
He missed 2 sitters, which I just can't get over, to be honest.
He really should have scored them.
Because I think if that had have happened, I think the average score would have been a lot higher.
Definitely.
Therefore, you would probably been going into this.
I'd be sweating now.
Yeah, a little bit more nervous. But
Yeah.
if I'd have told you were going to score 9 goals, you'd have captained Salah, right?
Oh, 100%.
You'd have captained
you
him,
would,
wouldn't you?
wouldn't
So it was the right decision in terms of the team, just not the right player. And remember as well, I also said if I were feeling cheeky, I'd have put a captaincy on Trent. Why did I not do it?
We said it was a great shout, but
even Robertson as well, though. I know he got I thought he should have got 2, but
we just said this early in the season, there's
it's
no
not
need
worth
to take that
it.
kind of risk, is there?
But I really wish I would have done.
If you did, you'd be right up there now.
Yeah, maybe one of these weeks I might. If I really fancy someone, then I'll do it. I just
feeling adventurous.
I just think it was hard with losing and then coming in. I didn't expect a 9-0. I thought yes, they'll win. I thought, but I didn't expect them to.
I don't think anyone expected a 9-0, did they?
No.
What a response though.
Great response. Yeah, great response.
So Trent on 17 there. Luis Diaz on 14. He had a game, didn't he? Couple goals.
Yeah.
I was worried about him, about his positioning and stuff on the pitch, but he was a lot more in. But he was right in the box, ready to tap in those crosses from Trent and Robbo and Firmino. Firmino had a great game as well. Just Salah, that's the only one that blanked.
Old school Firmino, wasn't it though? Because he's that great kind of player to interlink, and it's just like we haven't seen that.
After everyone's writing him off as well, saying that he's not up to anymore. He delivers that 2 goals, 3 assists. I think he got.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Got like 22 points, I think, which is just some people triple captained him, obviously. As you would.
Because people triple captain everyone, don't they?
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
For the sake of it. Elsewhere as well, we've got the Chelsea game. James and Cucurella both got assists.
I know. Cucurella looked really good, actually.
If they kept that clean sheet, though, I'd be a lot happier. They'd be on double digits, both of them. So that's slightly annoying, but what can you do? I'll take the assists. Mount, though, Mason Mount. I've had enough of it.
Time to get rid, I think, mate.
I think it is time to get rid. 1 point. Got subbed off at half time.
It wasn't necessarily his fault though. I think they got a red card, didn't they? So they had to rearrange stuff. But it's bad the fact that he was the one to make way and not anybody else. I thought that maybe they might take they took a winger off, and it was 0-0 at the time. And you think, well, that doesn't bode well in terms of are you going to sit back defensively? But they didn't. So I was a bit confused as to why they did that. But yeah, he needs to go. You said this last week. If you'd have fixed this last week, though, if you'd have gone for, who did you say it was between, like Rodrigo?
I would have gone
Harrison.
Rodrigo or Harrison.
And they didn't do anything.
But I would have had Perisic playing today.
Oh, yeah, because you'd have done the double.
It would have been the right thing to do,
but for
to
who?
be honest.
Who would you took Perisic out for?
Well, Rodrigo or Harrison. Because I'd have switched them out for one of them, and then they'd be on the bench.
Oh,
I'd be playing 5 at the back.
Right. So would it upgrading Nico Williams? Was that the plan?
Yeah.
Right.
But I bottled it last minute. I just thought, give Mount one more game against Leicester, who's like the second worst defence in the league at the moment. But it just didn't pan out. He's done nothing for me. 4 weeks.
He's actually, I've found out, he's the worst 8 mil midfielder you can
He's
get.
the only 8 mil not to get a return so far, isn't he? So, yeah, bad luck on my... Well, poor decision making probably on my part. But...
I don't think it was poor, because I think the fixtures that they had and the player that he is, he got every chance. I think he's just not... I don't think Chelsea's looked great. I think the wing backs have looked really good. And then Sterling in the last game got into them positions that you'd expect him to get into, that's about it.
Did you see Sterling's goal? I think it was his first one that just... It went so high, it looks like he was going over, and then it dipped all of a sudden.
Yeah,
I love that.
Cucurella, though, because Sterling hit the... I think, was it Sterling hit the post again? So he could have had a hat-trick, and Cucurella sent that ball through, so he could have had 2 assists and got into the bonus.
Yeah. That'd have been nice.
But I always did think Leicester were going to score, because Leicester do score, they just can't keep a clean sheet. So, and to be honest, they could have had another one.
Yeah.
Vardy got round back of Mendy, but he just missed the target. I think they had a couple of good shots that Mendy made. So like you say, like, oh, if only they kept a clean sheet, but I reckon it wasn't like one goal and a fluke. It was like they had chances. They didn't deserve to get a clean sheet.
Yeah, totally. Leicester can always score, can't they?
Absolutely.
No way. But with Maddison not playing as well, I thought there was a lot more of a chance of a clean sheet.
Yeah, no, it's very true. They want the same team without Maddison. That's guaranteed. But
just one man.
Tielemans looked really good, and there was rumours that he's obviously going to Arsenal. So I don't. He got on the bonus and he actually didn't get any returns, and that's how pivotal it was, setting up chances and stuff.
Oh wow, I didn't realise he got on bonus.
He's he got I think he was just behind. I think he was behind Sterling, and James got the other bonus point. So the fact that he didn't get involved and James did, because James was really high attacking in that again. It hit the post as well, I think, and I'm scared of not owning him. You know, I'm really
glad I've got Rhys James.
I think I need some Chelsea cover, but I am tempted by someone, and I will talk about him later.
Oh, excellent.
Anyone else that you want to mention?
I mean, not really. Everyone else kind of just was quiet, weren't they? Walker, 1 point. I kind of expected Crystal Palace to score, but they had a 2-0 lead and then they just lost it and they just threw it away. Haaland hat-trick, I mean, that's the big one that I'm missing here. He's killing me every week now. He's returning and it's not fun at all. But yeah, Kane is the man who can save my week so far, really. 53 points, and it's not terrible, I don't think, but...
And with your captaincy to play, I don't think it's bad at all.
Well,
it's like if you get one goal...
It totally depends how he does.
Yes,
it all relies on him, so no pressure, Harry.
No pressure,
Big
Harry.
Kaz. Yeah, so, yeah, happy-ish. Should we have a look how your team performed?
Yeah, sure, let's do it. Right then, so 64 points for me.
Not bad.
I am so happy because Trent and Robbo, I persevered with him, and I was very tempted to get rid of him. But I said 1 more week for Bournemouth, let's see how they do, and they paid me back.
It was too good a fixture, wasn't it, to get rid this week?
Absolutely, but that still didn't stop 500,000 people transferring out Trent.
I know, right? 17 points, but they're regretting that.
I've seen a thing where game week 2, 3, and 4. Someone's being a big transfer out, like Jesus game week 2 got transferred out beforehand, and he came back and got 19, I think. 19 points, and then game week 3 there was someone else, and I can't remember who it was. I have to come back to me, but on game week 4 it was Trent, and he's come back with 17. And a lot of people are saying who's going to be for game week 5, who's going to be the big one that cost of blanked, who's going to sell and then come back to bite you. So it
Salah,
just goes
maybe.
to the point, it's patience, isn't it? But also there's patience, and then there's just kind of leaving it so long.
Yeah.
I think Mason Mount, you had patience, but you've left it 4 weeks now. I think that's enough time. He's not, and getting hooked. It's not great. No. Anyway, yeah. So we've covered it earlier. 17 points to Trent. We both said though all along he's never going to go anywhere, and that's exactly the reason why.
Yeah.
Robertson, he came back, and to be honest, he should have got he should have got another assist, right? But Firmino had a shot and he saved it. Then Firmino tapped it in, so like he took away the assist because he saved it. But Robertson made it, if that makes sense.
Yeah, on another day.
On another day, he could have easily got that because it was a lovely little 1-2 from a corner as well. But having said that, I think he's still on the chopping blocks, and the reason why I say that is money. It's the money issue to upgrade Neto and stuff like I've talked about before.
I can see it,
and I'm still not entirely comfortable with the Liverpool double defence. Just because it was Bournemouth and they won 9-0. Yes, they look fantastic. But if anything, that said to me is more maybe you want to go attacking again, so like the likes of Luis Diaz. Yeah. Or even a cheeky punt on Firmino, but I'm not sure I'm going to do that.
I won't go there, to be fair.
No, absolutely not. So they performed really well. Salah, the blank. I mean, how he got 9 goals and not got involved, I will never know.
It's very similar to, was it last season with Chelsea and Norwich? Or was it the season before when Chelsea scored 7 goals and Havertz weren't involved?
Oh, yeah.
A lot of people captained him that week. It's like that, but even worse, really.
It's worse 9-0. Because it's 9-0.
And it's Salah.
And I think people captain Havertz, but not as many as captain Salah like this week, for example. And Salah's reliable, and he missed 2 open. I just can't get over it. He had an XGI 1.3 as well, which was the 4th highest of anyone this week. And the fact that he didn't return is just mad, which just goes to show how the chances I had should have returned the goal.
That first big chance,
I'd have bet my life that I'd have scored that, I really would.
It's a lot harder to miss that than to score it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
We all have his off days, though, I suppose.
But, having said that, most people's captain him, and then the second captain, Jesus, didn't do anything. Arsenal looked okay, but I did say earlier on that I think it'd be a good game between them and Fulham. I didn't expect Gabriel to kind of give Mitrovic a goal. He just kind of turned round and got tackled.
Yeah.
It's like a pro club's goal. You're just holding it back too much. And then he got booked as well, so I was like, at least, everyone's got Jesus as well. So the thing is, if he did well and people captained him, you're going to take a massive hit in rank just because
he's like 80% owned.
Yeah, so I'm kind of glad he didn't do well, even though I own him, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
But he's not going anywhere. Martinelli as well, he had a quiet first hour, and then the last half an hour he really switched it on, and he was shooting and he was whipping balls in. I really think he almost should have got that assist for the Gabriel goal as well, but it just hit Saliba, I think, and then bounced off him, and then then Gabriel tapped it in.
Yeah, unlucky.
But it was really unlucky. Again, I think he's great.
It's the first week he's blanked though so far, Martinelli, so you can kind of forgive it.
Yeah, but price as well. You're not too, you're not too bothered.
It's still a hole.
So then City boys, Cancelo, he got hooked after 60 minutes, which I don't know if it's because of midweek. I assume it might be. But also, again, he's never really been hooked before, so I'm not sure how to take it. But I don't want him to go anywhere because I still think he's a great player. But I'm just keep thinking could I just cover City defense and invest that again somewhere else? But I'm not thinking Kyle Walker because I genuinely think Kyle Walker could be dropped soon.
Yeah,
I just don't.
I don't think I'd go Kyle Walker at this point. No, I agree.
But I don't really want to pay 6 either for a centre back. Like Laporte when he comes back or Diaz.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I'm thinking potentially, possibly the keeper, but I don't really want to get rid of Ramsdale either. I want that cover, so I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But Haaland, man, hat trick. I mean, he just looked ridiculous, to be honest. He performed how I expected him to perform pretty much every week.
Just always there,
just there. John Stone's basically, I think he were a shot and he just tapped across the front post, towards the back post, and Haaland was just there. That's all you need. It doesn't need to be a fancy goal.
No, just pops up and taps it in, and that's all you want from him.
But that third goal as well, just the strength that he had to held off the defender and then just slot it away. I was like,
that was nice.
Yeah. I mean, again, he's not going anywhere, but I am scared that he might get dropped for the midweek. He'll probably come on, but how Pep said, he's going to not play 3 games.
He said Alvarez
3 days
will
in a row.
play, yeah. So it's really tricky to predict, though, isn't it? Does he not play the next game and then plays Villa after, or does he play this game and then not play against Villa after? He'll miss one of them, I think, but it's just
not entirely. He'll miss. He'll get
start.
Minutes. Yeah, he'll get. But you're not going to sell him now, are you? If you were me, you wouldn't sell him, would you? You can't
against Forest.
You can't,
fixture.
can you?
No, I don't think you can.
And the thing is, if I did, who would it be to? Harry Kane.
But
I don't like. I know I do like Harry Kane, but I don't really want to make that move. If that makes sense.
No.
I'd rather make the money elsewhere. Like
and I think they've got West Ham next, and you kind of back Haaland for 30 minutes against Forest, against Kane for 90 against West Ham. It's close, that. I think
and West Ham
can do damage.
West Ham need results as well. I think at the minute they're not like performing great. They're doing well in terms of like XG. Like they should have scored 4 goals apparently, but they haven't scored one yet.
Right.
So I think they will do something. I just think there's going to be a bounce back. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, they'll be fine. I think they've been a bit unlucky so far with hitting the post a lot and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. And then should we talk about my next hero, Rhys Dunkman? Brighton are so good.
They are.
And honestly, I've had Duncan from the beginning, and I said I want that nice like decent first sub. That's what I always wanted in my team, so I can swap around a little bit. And Rhys Dunkman is returned. I think he's got 3 clean sheets in 4. I've only played him twice. I think I might have played him 3 times, but he's coming in, and if it's because it's quite low scoring games usually, he always comes in with bonus points as well because of the passes and that kind of stuff, and the clearances and stuff. But I tell you the one thing I do kind of regret a little bit, and what I'm thinking about, Pascal Gross, man.
Oh really?
I didn't think he'd carry it on because I listened to a few things and a few Brighton fans, and they were all saying, yeah, he's not going to keep it up. He's just been in the right places. Like the first 2 goals that he had against United, they were tap-ins, so like a bit like what Salah had this past week. Like he should have scored them.
Yeah.
Gross just did, whereas Salah didn't, and that's why I think. But for the price and how well they're performing.
Yeah,
I'm like, maybe I want a little bit of that action.
They're looking really good. I think a lot of it's based on like past season bias. Like
probably
he's never performed. It's like Rodrigo, right? Like they haven't performed in past seasons, but now they're turning it on. It's just you don't know whether to jump on or not. But
no,
it keeps on delivering. So Brighton look really good, yeah.
And I'm still happily being invested in Leeds. I think Brighton just they're very hard like to go at, if that makes sense. But I'm still happy with Leeds.
It was always going to be a mega tough game.
Yeah, and they've got some nice fixtures coming up in the next 3. I think they've got Bournemouth and Fulham and someone else. So I'm like, he's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
I think he's still going up in price. Other people still getting him in, even though they didn't do anything this week. And I've still got Trippier to go. And I do see a clean sheet in that, if I'm honest.
Yeah, so do I.
But and I'm hoping that's just enough to maybe counter Harry Kane. I don't know how that's going to work.
Well, that's the thing. If Harry Kane blanks and Trippier delivers, then
I'd love another free kick like he did last week.
Could happen. Could very easily happen.
It could.
Yeah.
But that, I'm quite happy with the team. 64 points. I'm hoping to hit 70. That's what I want.
That'd be nice.
I've had 60s every week so far. 60, 61, and then 60.
Well, so a clean sheet, and then you're there.
Yeah, then I'm there.
I think overall points now, I think you're 1 point above me. I think you took me this week. So you're 1 point above me at the moment.
We're very close, are we?
We'll see after today.
Yeah, we will. Right then, should we have a look at your team selection for Game Week 5?
Yeah, let's go into it. Okay, then on to my team for Game Week 5. We've got Ramsdale in net against Villa at home. I can see a clean sheet here, I think. Villa's still not up to it, are they? They're still not performing.
No.
I think they're playing today, aren't they, on Sunday? So we haven't seen the result yet, but they're not looking good. So I can definitely see a clean sheet there from Ramsdale. I am kind of annoyed that I didn't go Sanchez in goal and an Arsenal defender like Zinchenko or
Didn't you have Gabriel in one of your
in my first draft? I had Gabriel, yeah. So that's
worked out better, wouldn't it?
That's a better alternative, isn't it? Having Brighton keeper and an Arsenal defender, I think, rather than a Arsenal keeper. But
you're not going to switch like now, are you? Like you could probably do that on wild card if you're going to do it. It just seems a bit of a.
I have other stuff. If I had nothing to do this week, I think that's what I'd be doing. But
you've got bigger problems.
Someone else I need to take out. Then I've got Rhys James at Southampton away. Again, clean sheet here, I think, maybe.
I mean, yeah, but I'm still not convinced by
Chelsea defense.
These two, I'm convinced by their attacking potential, but defensively, they look rocky, man.
Yeah, James and Cucurella.
They look great, but like I don't think they look comfortable. Like I'm still not a big fan of Mendy. I'm sorry, but I'm just not. I don't think he's the best keeper.
Yeah. I agree. He's not great, is he? but he's better than Kepa.
He is better than Kepa, but I think I have a sneaky feeling Kepa will get a game soon.
Is he still at Chelsea?
Yeah,
is he not moved?
No, it's his wages and stuff, man. No one wants him.
Yeah, that's true.
But I've got a feeling he might get he could get the midweek game, for example, because of 3 games in a week.
Maybe
He could get it. But and if that happens, then I'm less likely to them keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
But them two are great, and I still really like Cucurella. Yeah. And I like James, but it's just like I do want one of them. Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Rhys James is the better pick out of the two. He's more likely to play on right wing back, I think.
He is now.
He is now, exactly. Well, they've just signed Fofana, right? He's 4.5 million. He's 4.4.
Yeah,
he went down.
That's the guy I wanted to mention earlier.
Right.
Is he a cheaper way to get in that defence though? 4.4. I know, like they're not keeping clean sheets, so it's like if they like sturdied that up, if he helps that. For 4.4 mil.
That's a bargain.
It's a great. I think it's a nice cheap shout to get in that team because he's going to play. There's no way they're paying 75 mil for him and then not playing him. There's no chance.
Absolutely.
It'll be him, Koulibaly, and Thiago Silva.
And even just as like a bench option.
4.4. Yeah, I mean he's a dream.
Chelsea defender 4.5.
Yeah.
What else could you want? So yeah, Rhys James and Cucurella, I'm quite happy to keep at the moment just because they look so good going forward. But if Chelsea defence don't get their act together, then I might have to get rid of one of them. But I think for this week against Southampton, I'm going to keep them both.
Who would you get rid of if you had to though? Like
Cucurella.
Yeah. Oh, would you?
Even though he's $1 million cheaper, I just think Rhys James is
it's too good.
Is the pick of the bunch. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Then we've got Kyle Walker at Forest at home, which it's a great fixture for him. It's almost like I don't want to say a guaranteed clean sheet, but I would be quite confident here. If I had double City defence, I'd be playing them both definitely.
It's not worked out last couple of weeks for him, has it?
No, it hasn't. So. But to be fair, we did say like Newcastle and Palace were going to be tricky games for him. They could always score.
We called it, mate. We called it.
Yeah, I'm just not sure Forest have got in him to break through that defence. But could be proven wrong, don't know. Then Trent, Newcastle at home. He's not going anywhere. It's Trent in it. As he proved this week, he proved all the doubters wrong. He scored it. Yeah, I loved it. Him and Van Dijk scored after they both just got like slated for not
that kind of,
which is justified.
Best way to bounce back as well. That
Trent's celebration, just shrugging. Yeah,
he should have had 2 assists as well. Trent, I believe. I think there was he did some because he got the assist for the own goal. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did another one where and it just took some sort of deflection, took the assist away.
Yeah, so he got a goal, 1 assist, and a clean sheet. Didn't he?
But he should have he probably should have got 2, or arguably just a little touch.
I'd have thought it would be got 2, but what you can do. Yeah. Then on to midfield. Then we've got Salah, Newcastle at home. I know he didn't do anything, but he didn't do anything this week. But I think this is the week where he's going to pop off.
Against Newcastle, though?
Yeah. I know Newcastle's a tough fixture, but I think he's hungry now. I think he's annoyed that he didn't get anything in that game. You could see after he missed his second chance, he was just laughing to himself.
And they didn't bring him off, did they? Anyone else could have brought him off and a full 90 for him. So.
And I think when a player's like that, and when they know they can do better, I always feel like the next game is the game that they can just explode.
Is he going to be part of that trend where everyone sells him this week and then the next week they do well, like that Jesus from Gameweek 2 and they sold him?
I think very possibly.
It could be Salah this week then, couldn't it?
I don't think too many people will sell him, to be fair. But
I think he's going to take a price deduction.
Do you think?
He's gone down by 200,000 people to transfer them out.
Wow.
So that, and because he's that high and highly owned, he's more likely to go down, I think.
I'm confident on him. I mean, the only risk is Liverpool have got midweek fixtures as well. He could get rested in one of the games.
He could, but he's super fit, and you haven't got Jota, and you still haven't got Nunes for this game.
Yeah.
So I think
Nunes is back next week. I think.
So what, for the following weekend?
I think so.
So I think he's definitely going to play this. At least. Yeah. I think so. Maybe that weekend potentially, but because it's not like a fitness issue with Nunes, it just got banned. So Jota's still out. So I think it'll still be Nunes, Salah, and Diaz anyway. And I think Firmino... Well, then Firmino's had a great game, so, would you not reward him by letting him start and then have Nunes come off the bench again?
Oh, maybe.
Discipline.
We'll see how it performs in this game, obviously.
Yeah.
But, Luis Diaz alongside him as well. He's not going anywhere for me now.
No,
after his haul this week. I think he looked great. He's staying. And then Martinelli, Villa at home. Again, like it was his first blank this week, but I'm not too worried about him.
No.
I still think he's like insane value for 6 million.
Absolutely.
Well, he's not anymore, is he? He'll be like 6.4 or something, but even so, he's a lock in my team for the time being. Arsenal fixtures are still great. It feels like their fixtures are going to be great for ages. From start of season to like 10 game weeks in, they're insane. So yeah, he's a hold. And then Mason Mount, he's the guy who's going, I think.
Mason Mount, move out my team.
Is that good?
No, that's terrible.
I like the effort. Yeah. So we'll talk about what I'm going to do with him in a minute. But this is the week he's got to go.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed at myself that I didn't take him out.
But... I mean, you say that right, but also that Southampton fixture, they can ship goals.
No, don't tempt me to keep him.
The only reason I say that is
that's what I said about Leicester.
Yeah, the only reason I say that is because the 9-0 result for Liverpool, they've just moved into like tied first now for the biggest biggest victories in Premier League history.
Yeah, I know.
And on that same thing, United against Southampton, and it's 9-0.
I know.
So they can ship goals, and I think the other one was Leicester and Southampton. So they're the ones who are most likely to concede more goals.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree. You can't keep. There's only so long you can keep him. But
4 game weeks is enough.
Yeah, four's enough. And
he's going.
He got hooked at half time, so it's not great. The one thing you will say though is he will probably start because he got hooked.
He'll probably score. That's what'll happen. It's going to happen, isn't it? Yeah.
Keep him.
No, there's no way. Don't try to convince me.
No, I'm not joking. I'd get rid of him. Absolutely.
Yeah. Then onto the forward line, Jesus. He's staying. He's a lock.
Has to be really though, doesn't he?
Yeah. It's too risky, innit, to take him out, really.
Are you like? Yeah, that's a good point. At what point, like, say if he had another bad game, right? At what point do you think I'm going to keep him just because everyone else has still got him, or I'm thinking, right, I'm going to be one of the first ones to get off, get someone else in, but then are you not worried about?
Yeah, it just depends if I think there's better options than him. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about ownership really.
No, I'm not really.
It's just who I think is going to get the most points. But I think he's going to stay until our wild card.
Yeah.
Whenever that'll be. Probably around game week 8, 9, 10 maybe. I hadn't really thought that far ahead, but I think he's going to be staying for the time being. And then we've got Harry Kane, West Ham away. Why are you laughing at Harry Kane?
Because I'm just laughing because it depends on how he does this week and how much that'll affect.
Yep. He's going to bag.
I think he'll score.
He's going to get 4 and put Haaland to shame. That's what I think.
Has he ever scored 4 in a Premier League game?
I have no idea.
I don't think he has either. But
yeah, it's not the easiest fixture though. West Ham away, like you said, West Ham need a result, don't they? They need to score a goal.
Yeah, I mean they could do today against Villa.
Yeah,
and if they do, that could be also scary for this game because then that means they've got the confidence. They know they can score now.
Yeah.
Or if they lose again or whatever, then that's another thing. Is that motivation again that they need to go out and perform against Tottenham?
But we know their defence isn't great. It's not bad, but it's not great, is it, West Ham?
Oh no!
So
have they not signed another? No, yeah, no, they
can
have.
See Kane getting something here. I think it's not the best fixture, but it's not the worst either.
No,
like I think I'd rather have Haaland, but I'm not going to transfer him in.
You can't, can you?
No. It's too risky, right?
It is like if you're going to do it,
I could do it. It is an option.
If you were going to do it though, thing is,
I should have done it last week.
You should have done it last week, but you wouldn't have done it against Palace because we both said we're not sure how they're going to do it against Palace.
Yeah, we thought they could have kept them to a 0-0 maybe.
But saying that, you've still not seen him perform this week yet. So if he looks good, even if he doesn't bag, but he's thereabouts, then I won't worry too much.
No, I doubt I'll be getting rid of him.
No,
but we'll see.
You've got bigger fish to fry.
Absolutely. Then on my bench, I've got Ward, Andreas.
Ward's been terrible on it.
I know, right? Nico Williams. Hang
on.
I forgot to say this. I took Plange out of my team.
You said Plange's not going anywhere.
It was a last minute transfer.
So you didn't burn one then?
No.
Well, we've just lied to on Instagram and I said you burned one.
I know, so did I. It was a last minute decision. I apologise, but it was like right down to the wire. Has he been playing? Plange.
At Stansfield, I think he's been playing, hasn't he?
He got
come on.
6 points last week, I think.
Oh, that's why you
He
brought him in.
played about 70 minutes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Well, I had a look at my team last week and it said Plange. He's gone on loan. He's gone somewhere. He's gone. He's ditched me. So I was like, right, I need to go.
Right, that makes sense. That's fair.
And Stansfield looks like the best 4.5 forward at the moment. So
yeah, fair
better
enough.
to do that than to burn a transfer, really, isn't it?
I apologise. I never lied to you, by the way. That's terrible. He didn't tell me either, so you're not on your own.
I'm shocked.
I'm shocked to the core.
I'm never going to play him. It doesn't matter.
No,
it's just
fine. And if he starts, though, at least if he starts, I mean, it's if he does start or he does come on, it is an option at least. At least you've got free playing.
Yeah, I don't know if he's like a guaranteed start or anything.
No.
I think he only played last game.
Yeah.
I don't think he's played before.
No, it's fair enough.
We'll see. He's all right. He's an all right option. Yeah, so like if we talk about my transfers then, so Mount's going, and the options are, I'll be repeating myself from last week because I'm still very tempted to get either Rodrigo or Harrison. I think they're the main two that I'm looking at still.
With fixtures that they've got as well, I think you'd be a fool not to, but the fact that everyone's jumped on Rodrigo, you are going against the crowd. But I mean, you can do that. Obviously, if you think it's the right decision to go against them, then do it. But if you want them, because they do look good,
I just don't really see any better options in midfield at the moment.
What about Sinistera for Leeds?
He
got a goal in the cup against Barnes.
He looks great. I just don't know if he's nailed that spot yet.
No. I don't know.
He's just come in on me, so I'm not ready to go there yet. I need to see a bit more of him before I jump on him. So I think if I went Rodrigo, it wouldn't allow. I wouldn't have enough money to. If I did want to get Perisic, say for Nico Williams, if I went Rodrigo, I'd be priced out. If I went for Harrison, I'd still be able to have that option.
Ooh.
But I have been quite put off Perisic now, thinking about it more, just because he's a rotation risk and he's not going to play the next. He'll probably play, I don't know, 2 out of the next 3 maybe. But I suppose that's with most teams, isn't it? But
it could be most teams, but I think because this is for game week 5, I think if you get him this week, this is the one he's probably not going to play. So it feels a little bit why he feels I get it because he could do really well today and then right, I really want him in, but he's a bit older and they've got like Sessegnon played well and stuff, so they've got players who can play that position and still do well, so there's no need to risk him anyway, especially with they've got Champions League, haven't they?
So I have been put off him a little bit. So the other defender I'd be looking at is Lewis Dunk, who you've got from Brighton, because Brighton defence just looks so good.
I tell you what it is. You just want to learn from the best, right?
You're ahead of the curve.
I'm ahead of the curve.
You weren't saying that game week 2.
Are you not? I know. Are you not tempted by? Because we were just talking about this. All the other Brighton defenders are like 4.5 mil. So is there anyone else who like?
Yeah, well, that new guy who's just come in, the new winger they signed, he's 4.5, and he looked good, didn't he?
I don't know how to pronounce it. Estepina.
Maybe I won't get him because I'll have to pronounce his name.
Just call him Estu.
Esther
Esther
coming in. Yeah, he's an option maybe. To be fair, this week I think I might only do the Mount transfer and save 2 for next week.
Yeah, makes sense.
Because even if I did bring in a Brighton defender, I don't think I'd be playing them this week because I quite like my back line. James Walker, Trent and Cucurella. I think they've all got good fixtures, so I don't think I'd change anything.
I think Brighton's got some nice fixtures coming up though as well.
They have.
I would be tempted to play a Brighton defender.
Have they got Fulham this week?
I think they might have.
Not sure. But Fulham looks scary. Mitrovic.
I mean, to be fair, but that goal should have never happened for Fulham. It was Gabriel's mistake, completely.
But he capitalised on it.
He did, he did. So if that's going to make me believe in anything, it's going to be Mitrovic.
And he almost scored another with a bullet header. It was a good save from Ramsdale. So.
And is he on for Golden Boot at the minute? Mitrovic actually is the thing.
Probably is, yeah.
So their fixtures do turn soon.
Great. He looks
great. He could be a really nice option.
I think Mitrovic could be one for the wild card.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, for now, I think Rodrigo or Harrison is going to come in from now. I think that's going to be my transfer. The other option I looked at actually is Gundogan. I could get Gundogan in. The only issue with it is rotation. I think that's kind of a good thing that he didn't start though.
Because he's going to probably play now.
He should play against Forest at home. And Forest at home is a tasty fixture. I'm tempted to do it. It's just whether he's going to get continued starts.
Yeah, exactly.
I know he's the captain, but captains don't play all the time. It's not like guaranteed.
Not anymore.
I think he'll play most games though, so it is tempting.
I'm still surprised that Calvin Phillips hasn't even got any minutes yet.
Yeah, that's true.
So he's going to come in at some point to rest players. Play the midweek game, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But who's going to drop? Is it going to be Rodri and he's going to play there? Because he can play. He could still play that centre mid role just because they're quite. They play quite advanced. He could be the one to drop back.
It's so hard to predict, isn't it? I don't know if I want to cause myself that headache of deciding whether to play him each week because I just don't know if he will or not.
That's fair enough.
But I'm very tempted. He could do bits at Forest at home. We'll see how Spurs perform at Forest as well, actually. See how the defense
I'm going to say this is more for you, and for both of us. There's still a couple of games today which can tempt us to go somewhere else.
Yeah. Right.
That's the not the horrible thing of recording today. It's just unfortunate that we can't record afterwards.
Yeah.
We've got no time.
There's not much we can do.
So we can't comment on for example, we could change his mind on Liverpool against Newcastle and Newcastle absolutely batter Wolves, for example. You might be a bit like, oh, I didn't see that coming. That Isaac could start and he could look fantastic and he's 7-0. He could be a good option.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because Callum Wilson's out and it's like, right, do you upgrade your third forward to that and then downgrade somewhere else? There's loads of options that you can't really comment on.
Such a shame Callum Wilson's out again. He's so good.
Yeah, he's great.
So yeah, basically Mount to either Rodrigo, Harrison or Gundogan. That's
so essentially after 5
really narrowing it down.
I think they're logical.
It's hard to decide this early on, but yeah, I think one of those. And then so if we move on to captaincy, I think I'm gonna go Salah. Even though Newcastle at home is a tricky fixture, right? The defense is decent. Although it's not been as good as like end of last season, I don't think. They shipped 3. That first goal they shipped against City was just poor defending.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think Liverpool, I don't know if they've bounced back completely because they have 3 poor games just because they've had 1 good game. Does it mean they're back to form? Who's to say? It's tricky, but based on that last performance, they'll look good, they'll look confident, they'll want to win. And I think Salah, after missing those 2 chances, he was laughing to himself after he missed that second one. He's going to want to bounce back. He's going to want to get some goals.
No, absolutely.
So I think he'll be hungry for it. So I think I'm going to stick my armband on Salah and my vice on Kane, I think. Kane or Jesus.
Yeah.
One of them two. But yeah, I think it's going to be Salah. There's no one else I'm really too tempted by. I think Jesus would probably be my only other option.
But not a cheeky punt on James or something. Because I could see James scoring against Southampton. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but like we said, that Chelsea defense is just it's not guaranteed, is it?
No. It's a sensible thing. I think, like you said, the fact that I didn't get anything, he'll be annoyed. He'll be really annoyed.
Yeah. This is where my rule comes in. I'm not sure who to captain. If in doubt, Salah. So that's what I'm going to do this week.
But you want in doubt, you put it on Salah straight away.
Well, I suppose so. Yeah.
So
he is my favourite of the bunch.
Yeah, fair enough.
I am a bit tempted by Jesus, but yeah. No, Salah for me, and that's it. I think.
All right, sounds good. Right then, shall we have a look at my team selection for next week?
Yeah, let's see how you all end up.
Let's do it. Right then, so this is my team for Gameweek 5. Ramsdale at net, same as you. Villa's not looked great going forward. Well, they've not looked great at the back either.
They haven't looked great at all, really, have they?
I think Arsenal defensively have looked good apart from that last mistake last game from Gabriel. But Ramsdale they were fuming at each other. But then he got redemption and stuff with the goal. So I just think they're still one of the teams to invest in terms of defensive point. No Zinchenko though.
Why was that?
He got injured apparently.
Do we know how long he's out for?
I'm not sure, but that could affect them.
Yeah, Zinchenko's great, like a talisman of that team so far. He's looked fantastic. So it's a bit of a worry.
Yeah, and because obviously this is 3 days after they've just played. Is he going to recover in time anyway? Depending on what injury, because he wasn't even in the squad. So that means he's
with the midweek game as well. Yeah, it's not looking good.
So I would be a little bit. I wouldn't be bringing any of them in right now, but I also won't be getting rid of them. So I'm happy to keep him for now.
I agree.
Then Trent, same as you. He's not going anywhere. He'd be full of confidence now after that performance. He'll have silenced all the haters, kind of thing. Newcastle is not the best team to go against in terms of attacking them, because they've been quite good. Not as good as, like you said, towards the end of last season, but they're on form now. They know they've been playing with each other. That 9-0 win, you've got to be on a high going into whatever game it is, right? So he's not going anywhere. Then I've got Dunk at the side. Like I said, unsung hero right there. They're against Fulham away, and they have been better away, as I said before, than at home, even though they were at home against Leeds and they still did really, really well.
Yeah.
So I just think they're the team to kind of invest in at the minute, just because they're cheap as well. I'm still not 100% sure about attacking, but defensively, 100%. He's a great 4th or 5th defender, I think.
Yeah.
And at the minute, I've been playing him, and it's hard to take him out, to be honest.
Absolutely. I'm annoyed I ain't got him.
And he has got that attacking threat, and if he gets a goal at some point, his ownership will skyrocket. I'm telling you, because everyone about defender's just got a goal, and he has 100% got a goal in him. Then I've got Robertson, still in the same situation as last week. I'm not entirely comfortable with a double Liverpool defence. Bournemouth were just a different team. Like I said last week, like they had an XG of 1 for the last 3 games. They probably had an XG of like 0.1 in that game against Liverpool.
It wouldn't have been good.
So they'll be on like 1.1 in 4 games. So that's why I was like very happy. It wasn't necessarily because of Robertson or anything like that. It was just I didn't see them scoring.
Yeah.
But Newcastle, you could see them scoring, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm not entirely sure, and he's my cash cow, where if I'm going to upgrade somewhere else, it would be him at the minute. So I'm still not entirely confident on going double, but at the minute he's in there. So, and we'll talk about transfers later. Then I've got Cancelo. I think it's a great fixture for City, like you said. The fact that he got hooked after 61 minutes says to me he either wasn't happy with his performance or he's saving them for midweek because he knows he's going to be playing pretty much every game.
You'd hope it.
I hope it's the latter, and I think it will, because he's so good. I mean, you can't just take him out for having one bad game, right?
He is good. Although I was reading a stat, I can't remember exactly what it was, but Cancelo's about 37th from all defenders for XGI at the moment.
Really?
Like he's not getting those assists or getting forward enough for those
That's
goals.
the thing, he doesn't get the end result.
Last season he was like second on XGI, just under Trent, I think. So he's really dropped off in the attacking department. So that might be a bit of a worry, especially when he's like 7 mil. Yeah. It's a lot of money, isn't it?
He has been transferred out by a lot as well,
but he is like almost like a guaranteed way into that City defence.
He, like I said last week, him and Edison are like the ones who are more likely going to play every game.
That's it.
And that's just because he's so versatile as well. So even if he doesn't play, in the left back role, and he could switch to right back, and then you play, I don't know if Ake's back for some reason, or they play that Sergio. I think it's Sergio Gomez.
Yeah.
They could play him at left back as well. I'm not sure, but I mean, you can't really get rid of him though against Nottingham Forest, right?
No,
you're not going to do it. And the people who's already took him out, I think they will come to regret that this week at least. Maybe going forward, it might be an option to kind of downgrade him to someone else in that City defence, maybe. But like you said, I think he's got the ability to just pop up with a goal though, right? And he is very good when you watch him. And I'm pretty sure in that game against Palace, I was looking at halfway through the game and he was on for bonus points, even though they conceded 2 goals. He was on for bonus at that point,
wow. Which
says to me like he was in the right place and making the right passes. He just wasn't getting anything. But that's the issue, right? You can be in all the right place, but if you're not getting anything, is that justifying the 7 mil? I'm not sure, but for now he's in.
Yeah,
he's in.
I think it's fair. Yeah.
Then we've got Salah, like you. He's going to be annoyed at himself, and people probably be teasing him. He'll see loads of things online about how Salah not scored, because let's be honest, it's been a meme for over the last day. That that classic meme where it's like a stick and someone's poking Salah saying, "Come on, do something." That one.
Yeah.
And if you didn't do anything, so I can see him just wanting redemption for himself, not anyone else, but just for himself. He's that kind of player, right?
He likes his own. He's got his own goals and individual goals, and he loves to score. So he will be annoyed with himself.
He had that interview, didn't he, on Sky Sports, and he said
he always sets a target. Of how many goals he wants this season.
I wonder what it would be this year. That'd be interesting to know.
Yeah, he doesn't reveal it. He doesn't reveal it until the end, which is you could say anything then.
Yeah, you could be like, I want 2 goals. Oh, I smashed it. And then we'll move on to Martinelli against that Villa defence at the minute. Not looking fantastic. And Martinelli is just best value pick at the minute, along with probably Rodrigo in terms of form. Like Rodrigo's got the hotter form, but Martinelli's probably more consistent. So I think them two are really good options at the minute.
Yeah.
And obviously they could change, but I think at the minute
there's not too many better midfield options, is there really?
Not at the minute.
Two. Yeah.
Not at the minute.
It's kind of slim pickings in midfield, I think.
And I think you want to be tripled up on Arsenal still. I think you need
Definitely,
to be at the minute, so he's not going anywhere. Then we've got Rodrigo. He's been a bandwagon. I've had him in for the last 2 weeks. He didn't do anything against Brighton, but like I said, I wasn't sure how it was going to go, to be honest. And I thought if Rodrigo don't score, or Leeds don't score, I've got that Brighton clean sheet, which is what happened.
I missed that. Could you say it again, please?
Do you want to say it again?
It's like, you're serious?
I think so. Sorry about that.
See, I think he's a Leeds fan. That's why he just didn't want to hear it. The fact that they lost.
That's sick of you. Secret Leeds fan.
Leeds fan, your foe.
Everton's a good fixture though, right?
No, it's a great... Well, you say that, but like I didn't expect them to look as good as they did against Brentford. They looked better, so they've come on a long way.
Yeah.
But like the fact that Raya got 6 saves and he got 2 bonus points on a 1-1 draw, which says to me Everton were doing quite well.
Yeah.
And it's Connor Cody and Tarkowski at the back, man. Like they're not getting battered. If you know what I mean.
They have helped on Tarkowski, yeah.
So, and I still don't get why Wolves let him go. I never understand that.
Cody, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't understand. I don't get it.
It feels like a Wolves player.
Yeah, well,
don't feel like an Everton player.
No,
like a Wolves player.
No, absolutely. But I think it's the Scouse in him.
Yeah,
So it makes sense to be Everton.
It does make sense.
But yeah, Rodrigo, he's the form player at the minute that everyone's jumping on. It's a great price point. It was between him and Harrison, when I said between them before a couple of weeks ago, and I went with Rodrigo. Harrison got 1 more point, so they're pretty much level anyway.
Yeah.
But Rodrigo just had that higher goal threat and playing that number 9 at the minute, and probably on pens until Bamford's back. But if Bamford comes back like this week or the midweek, then that's when I'm a bit worried. Because it could be him, or Leeds fans think it would be him to drop either into number 10 or drop out of the team. But
yeah, it's hard to know, isn't it?
You can't drop him though, can you, right now?
No.
And if you were Bamford, like you'd let him come on for half an hour, maybe come on maybe a couple of times, because if Rodrigo's banging them in, there's no. Why would you drop him? You're not going to do that.
They'll probably want to ease Bamford in as well, won't they? Because they don't want him to get injured again.
No.
Away, so.
You don't want him like he did last season and score, then got injured because of his celebration.
Yeah, exactly.
So he's not going anywhere. And then at the minute, I've started Neto. And my main thinking behind this is they're against Bournemouth, and Bournemouth just looks so bad.
They're just the team to target at the moment.
And that's
they're
what
like
I
the
feel.
Norwich from last season at the moment.
Yeah, but he's the one that I said last week is my worry. But I'm like, would it be stupid to get rid of him against Bournemouth?
This is a classic Mason Mount situation. You keep
classic just for you,
like I did last week. Oh, it's Leicester. I'll keep him for 1 more. It's Bournemouth. You'll keep him for 1 more. But I think I'd struggle to take him out. To be fair, Bournemouth's such a good fixture at the moment. You can definitely see Neto get some here.
Because what I could do, you see, is my transfer wire. In fact, no, I'll talk about it after. I'll save it. Then up the top we've got Haaland. He's not going anywhere, but as Pep's comments, what I keep saying, he might not play, but I can't get him out after that performance. Like no one's going to do that. In fact, everyone's getting him in, which is great for owners because I think he's gone up again. He's going to 11.8 now. So he's getting to the point where if he goes towards 12, he's like a full 0.5, 0.6 ahead of Kane. So it's a bit of a difference.
Definitely.
But Nottingham Forest at home, he's going to get minutes either way. And 20 minutes, half an hour against Nottingham Forest, he could still score.
Well, to be fair though, if City are like 4-0 up, then I don't think he will come on.
No, that's a very good point. Why would you risk him?
Yeah.
But Haaland seems to be the type of player as well, though. Like, I think he wants to play every game.
I think he might. Yeah, I think he might start.
I hope he starts. I hope he starts this one, and if he's going to get dropped for one, I hope it's the weekend game.
Yeah. I think that could happen.
But we just don't know. This is a good test to see what he does with him. So if he plays this game, then he plays the one on Saturday, then it's like, well, what your comments are just literally null and void. Yeah. Whatever you just said are literally completely opposite.
Pep being a fraud again.
But could he just say that just to kind of you know, because he said
No, he will get rested for one of them because
he has
he's not
to.
a machine. You know?
Yeah, well, he's a machine.
He is a machine.
but not with his injuries. Not with his injuries.
Yeah.
And you're going to save him for them Champions League games, right? Then we've got Jesus. You know, he didn't have a great game like yesterday against Fulham. I don't think Arsenal themselves had the best game, but he got booked. So the only thing I'm grateful for is the fact that people captained him quite highly. So I captained Salah and a lot of people captained Jesus. So they got 2 points, whereas I got 6. So I feel a bit out the fact that Salah should have scored, but at least it's 4 more points than if I'd have got captain Jesus. Yeah. So I'm all right about him. And
it's the little things.
I think he'll bounce back. I think he came off, but he wanted to stay on.
Villa feels like a good fixture for him
at the minute. Yeah, I agree. So yeah, and he's not going to go anywhere. At least until wildcard. I'm not even thinking about getting rid of him.
Yeah.
Then on the bench, Ward. You know, least said about him the better because they're just terrible. Trippier. You know, defend. I don't want to play him because I've got 3 Liverpool. That's the main reason why I don't. But I also, again, look what he did against City. So he's a nice first sub, but he's not going anywhere for now.
Yeah.
Andreas Pereira, again, still look good, still involved in everything. And then I've got Archer. So I might. There's a chance that I might swap Andreas and Trippier around, but they've got Brighton. I don't. You know, quite good. So we'll see. Right, let me talk about my transfer. So I saved one and rolled one last week, so I've got 2, just like you. The big glaring problem there is Neto, but it's that Bournemouth fixture. I'm just not. You know, let's see how they play today against Newcastle. If Neto doesn't do anything again, then I'm more likely to still get rid of him because I'm like, again, it'll be 4 weeks. That I've held him just like you have with Mount. Yeah. I know they've got Bournemouth, but I'm like, they still can't score. But they've got Jimenez back. Does that help? I'm not sure. It's going to be a little bit different than Podence because Podence has got pace, whereas Jimenez is probably just a better all-round player, right? He's a bit more involved, if that makes sense. So we'll see how they play, but I'm not entirely sure. But if he's going to go, I've got 0.7 mil in the bank, which is like an odd number. And Neto's gone down to 5.3, so holding him has cost me. So he could go, and I'm thinking he could go to Pascal Gross.
Oh, so I've
caving in.
Yeah, it's not a bad shot.
Brighton just looks so good at the minute, and I'm like, I just can't. I don't want to double up. I'm not a big fan of doubling up on any defence. I know I've got Robertson and Trent, but I thought they were kind of like an exception because of their attacking potential, which is proved right in the last game, but not the previous 3.
Yeah.
But Gross, man, like I didn't think he'd be able to keep it up, but he just keeps proving me wrong, and I think his price is going to keep going up. He's still a good price as well to get in. Like he's not so expensive that if he did start performing badly, it's not justified.
It's a good point. His XG is looking good as well.
Yeah, I mean, he did like that goal was quite a well taken goal as well. It wasn't a tap in.
Yeah.
And
he just looks on form, doesn't he?
He did set up one as well that I can't remember its force. He set someone through. I think it was Solly March, because Solly March had like an unbelievable game. Like he was bombing forward from that wing back role.
Yeah.
I think he had like 3 shots on target, and he got an XGI himself, 0.83. So he probably should have scored one. But Gross was setting him through as well, because Gross is not the quickest player, but he can find them passes and he's got a shot on him. So I have to eat my own words. I think he could be a really good option.
Yeah, he looks good.
The only other thing I'm thinking about is downgrading Robertson to a cheaper defender. Again, I'm still not sure who. It could be a 5 mil. Like I could double up on the City defence.
Or you could go for Farner.
Well, that I was thinking for Farner, but I don't know. Like, is he going to come straight in that team?
We'd have to
straight
see,
away.
Yeah, we'd have to see him.
4.4 though is fantastic, and that would free up 2.5 mil. So I'd have 2.5 plus 0.7. So I'd have 3.2.
Who would you go to though in midfield then if you had all that money?
That's
the thing, isn't it? Like,
before I wanted Zaha. But he got injured, and I'm not sure if he's going to be back. So I'm like, right, okay, that kind of puts that out of water.
Yeah.
If I do that, I could upgrade to Luis Diaz.
Oh, of course.
So I could do that.
That's not a bad move.
It's not a bad move. And he's going to play, isn't he? Like, I was scared a bit about his minutes and stuff, but he's going to play. He's probably the best 8 mil at the minute as well.
Because I think at the moment you'd rather have like a Cucurella than a Neto, wouldn't you? I think I'd rather have Diaz and Cucurella than Robertson and Neto.
Yeah.
So it's not a bad switch, I don't think.
But I don't think I could do Cucurella and Diaz. So I'd have Cucurella's 5, I had 1.8. So I'd have 2.5 onto Neto, so 7.8. So I'm 0.3 off.
So maybe Fofana.
But Fofana could be an option. But
it depends if you play.
Yeah. And if I did that, I need that person I'm bringing in for Robertson to play.
Yeah.
Really.
What about Sancho? Tempted by Sancho?
Not at the minute.
United still, they're not looked good enough yet.
If I'm going to get anyone out of them, it'd be Rashford just because he's a mil cheaper.
Yeah.
And Rashford more likely will play that 10 role. But Martial got injured again and he will be back. But that link up between Rashford and Martial is quite nice. So that would tempt me to do Rashford. I know Sancho got a nice goal.
I think it is too soon. Isn't it?
But and 1-0 against Southampton is not necessarily very convincing.
No.
Liverpool one's great, obviously, but I'm still not sure yet.
Yeah, it's a wait and see.
And that's really it. I'm not really thinking of anybody else.
Yeah.
Neto is clearly the weak link there, but he's got Bournemouth. So is it a case that I could do Robertson down to the likes of... I could do him down to Cucurella for this week and roll another... not roll one. Get another one back so I'd have 2 next week. Take one last chance on Neto against... It's not Neto himself. I'm going against Bournemouth as a team and just think they could... Like Neto could have a shot, but it's a terrible shot and just deflected in because it's just... That's the way their luck seems to be going.
Yeah.
But also... Is it like, should I be getting rid of Robertson this week after his performance? Like, would he have a confidence boost? Because I could do Neto straight to Gross and leave it at that and roll another one.
Tricky.
Because I think Gross is I could do that to Gross, and then I've got 0.2 left in the bank. Then I could downgrade Robertson.
Robbo seems to be
to Fofana potentially.
Yeah. Robbo seems to be getting subbed off as well. I think like the last 3 games has come off like the 70th minute for Tsimikas.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the last game I think was like 60 odd minutes for Tsimikas. So that could be a good thing because it locks in the clean sheet, but he also doesn't have enough time to get those attacking returns. So,
but also Robertson, like Tsimikas, got 2 assists.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
So I don't think his place is in jeopardy or anything, but we know he could. Tsimikas is good enough to play that left back position for a game.
You could see him getting a start.
Absolutely.
So maybe Robertson is a bit of a risk now. Yeah.
So at the minute it's between either Neto straight up to Gross, or it's Robertson down to Well, to be honest, again, I really like Rhys James.
Yeah.
So I could do Robertson down to James and Neto to Gross and just avoid Zaha for now because of his injury. Because I'm not sure.
That's
that
nice.
Feels good as well.
That does feel good.
It covers that Chelsea. It's not even Chelsea defence. It's more
just
Rhys James attacking because I just think he's so good.
Totally.
And then it's potential. Then if I did want to make more money, I could look at Cancelo down. Someone if he's still not, if he's still underperforming in terms of his XGI and I don't think it's City as a defence that I'm doubting. It's more him with his attacking potential. Because I think I said a game before, like he didn't look as forward as he has been previously. So I don't know if that was Pet saying drop back or anything, or if it's just confidence or something. But he could be the one. But then the only thing is, then I've got 3 midfielders who are all around the same price, and it's like to upgrade them, one of them to like a decent 8 mil, I need to find money elsewhere.
Yeah, it's like less flexibility.
And if people are performing, how do I do that?
Yeah,
but maybe that's a wild card issue. Maybe I'm not trying to overthink it too much.
Yeah, very possibly.
So I think they're my shouts. And when I've just said it out loud, like Robertson to James and Neto to Gross, that sounds quite nice.
It sounds good, doesn't it?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I think I'd be tempted by that. Yeah.
We'll see how Wolves perform today.
Yeah,
and that'll make my mind up and make it a little bit easier.
So what are you thinking, captaincy wise?
So at the minute, what I've got it on is Salah, just like you. I'm very much backing that redemption kind of, not even redemption because it's not like he's a bad player. It's just how he didn't score. I think his own personal goals. I just think he's going to either be shooting on sight or something. He's going to go a little bit mad, and I think it'd be scary not to. So I think people who are selling him are just they're not like experienced FPL manager. If you're selling Salah, like you just don't do it. As a rule, like you said, your rule, if in doubt, captain Salah.
I think there's an argument for it purely because the likes of De Bruyne are just consistently doing so well. But
but De Bruyne didn't do anything last game.
Not last game, yeah. Neither did Salah.
Well, Salah, but Salah should have done right.
Yeah.
De Bruyne didn't really look like doing much.
But in the previous weeks, De Bruyne has been fantastic. So I can see the argument for it, but Salah's he's just a safe pick, and he just is. He's never going anywhere. Right? He's always going to be there.
But the only player I'm thinking about is pretty much for the same reason as Jesus. Like, I think Jesus had not the best game, and I think he might want to bounce back as well.
Yeah.
So kind of a similar kind of motivational reason as to why I'm saying Salah could also be Jesus. And I think, to be honest, let's see how Villa perform today, because if they look rocky at the back, then I could see myself switching to Jesus.
I think it's a good captaincy shout. Yeah, I think they'll be the most popular two.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Haaland could be again, but I think it'll be the people who are seeing him performance last week, and then they might not have seen the notes what Pep said about him not playing every day. They'll be the people who's captaining Haaland are probably like FPL newbies who's just come in. They've seen a shiny new toy, he's just got an hat-trick, and they'll stick it on him and not think about that might not play, if that makes sense.
It could pay off, though. That's the thing.
Oh, he could get half an hour and get a hat-trick. Easy.
Yeah.
But I think for that, I wouldn't risk it.
No, I wouldn't either, I don't think.
So at the minute, Salah captain, Jesus vice captain, but I think they could switch.
Like it a lot. Well, so we'll post our final teams on Twitter and Instagram then.
Yeah.
We'll let you know. And then we'll be releasing another video later this week, won't we? I'm not sure exactly what day yet, but it'll be before the midweek fixtures start, hopefully. No, this will be... There's too much football. It's really hard to keep track of.
I like it, though.
But we're gonna make videos, so we're gonna find time to do it and find time to edit. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because it'll be game week 6, which starts on game week 5 starts on Tuesday, and game week 6 is on Saturday, I believe. I don't think it's Friday, is it? If it is Friday, that's even less time to get stuff done.
There's too much football.
There's too much football, and we are going to probably be recording our next one while the football's on. So we are dedicating our time doing this rather than watching the actual football.
That is dedication.
Which is dedication. So if you appreciate that, make sure you like and subscribe.
We'll see you next week.
We'll see you sometime. Yeah, we'll see you sometime soon.
Yeah, thanks for watching.
Cheers, guys.